Is Nika Diwa's family the worst TikTok family? Howdy, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode on the Wholesome Reef Podcast. 85% of you watching my videos, I have noticed, aren't yet subscribed to the channel. Please do subscribe because it helps the channel a lot. Let's talk about Nika Diwa, my Nigerian in-law. Yes, Nika Diwa is a popular YouTuber. She's married to a Nigerian guy based in the US, and they are essentially like a family vlogs type content creator, and most of their content is centered around family and parenting tips. Nika Diwa is being criticized for one particular video where she posted her daughter, and in that video she was basically explaining to her young daughter what different parts of the vagina looks like.
Is it just me, or is this something that is not something that should be filmed and put on the internet for nearly now 7 million people to see? You know what else is private? These children's lives. You know what they can't really give informed consent to is having their lives turned into content to be monetized online. This is a super important conversation for parents to be having with their kids. But to me, setting up a camera to film while you're talking about it, while you're changing your daughter's diaper, is just incredibly invasive, performative, and counterproductive to the spirit of the discussion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I am increasingly less comfortable with children being posted online, period, much less like entire platforms being built off of them.
I think the video, she's taking that down. This particular video that I'm speaking on, I think I watched this about 8 months ago. I'm not gonna lie, but for some weird reason it's kind of trending on YouTube. I guess because people are starting to catch on to certain things that she does. Honestly, I can't say I agree with everything she does, but I definitely think that there are some things we need to address here. Nika posting such videos is a clear violation of her daughter's privacy, and I am pretty sure she didn't ask consent from her daughter to post that video. And even if she did, I don't think there is any ethical way where content can be created around children and it makes it consensual. This is just my personal opinion, but let's get into the nitty-gritty. Nika Diwa has always had controversies around her family vlogs and just the type of content that she posts. Just trust me on this, she's quite controversial. Not necessarily in the worst or wrongest kind of way. I guess a lot of parents do not agree with the way she goes about it. So that is one thing. But Nika Diwa's content is mostly centered around her kids and her husband. She literally flaunts the fact that she's married to a Nigerian. So I guess people are getting tired of like her content solely being focused on having a Nigerian husband. But we know that Nika is not the only one on the internet to like brag about her husband. As for Nika Diwa constantly talking about her Nigerian husband, I'm gonna be a little bit biased with this one. I have no issues with that, but I guess a lot of fans are starting to feel uncomfortable with the way she posts or makes her videos, and it's starting to feel inauthentic to them. Like, check out this video.
And the child is like, no, it's a boundary.
No, that's a boundary.
And then Nika rewards the child.
You can clearly see in this video where she's handing her child a candy in return for admitting that she understands what boundaries actually mean. It feels like she's kind of training a puppy, a treat in exchange for like getting something right. Doesn't make any sense to me. Whereas we're very much aware that a child needs to know things and understand it, not just like having these boundaries being set. She really needs to understand what it means to have certain boundaries. What about in a different scenario where she has to exercise these boundaries? These are things where a child needs to like be sat down properly and like explained to. Like there are so many moms watching this video and thinking that they can train their child in the same way, whereas we know that every child is different. People are starting to say things because a lot of people feel like their content is now feeling like ingenuine to them and staged, especially in the videos where she's talking to her kids or teaching her kids. But this one particular video got my attention. When she posted this video, one of her fans commented under the videos reminding her of a time where she posted another controversial video. To that video, she responded with another video.
You were absolutely right about that. I was wrong. I used to think that that was the goal, to like teach your kids to finish everything on their plate, because I was taught that, but I'm now putting more emphasis on her listening to her own body cues. Let you in on a little secret. Parents don't really actually know what the heck we're doing. We're just making it up as we go along. We really love our kids. We do our best. When we find out better, we do better.
So after watching this video, I guess I had like one big question in my head. Why post something you're not sure about? One thing you need to be aware of is that there are a lot of young mothers too watching your videos and thinking that this is the right way to like raise their kids and trying to like imitate the way you raise your kids. So I kind of feel like this is misleading in some way, because if you know that you aren't sure of a certain parenting tactics, then why post it to the media? I understand as a young mother, you learn as you grow. It still doesn't change the fact that people who see her previous videos and don't see her newer videos can actually think that raising their kids this way would make a lot of sense. There are several reasons why Nika Diwa has been involved in a lot of controversies. One, because she always posts about mental illness, mental health, and you guys know how sensitive mental health topics and mental health awareness type contents can be. And secondly, because she mostly talks about parenting advice and family and kids, so these are really sensitive topics. So I'm not really surprised that she is mixed up in a lot of these controversies. So, is Nika Diwa's family the worst TikTok family? Well, no, I don't think they are the worst. I've gone through their TikTok and I know that some videos can spark certain conversations that not everyone might agree with. And once you center your content around sharing your life, people feel like they are entitled to like telling you what to do, how to handle your family. The video which I kind of didn't agree with was her posting about her daughter, changing her daughter's diaper and teaching her daughter all about private parts. And she's since taken down the video. This goes to show that it's not everything with regards to your kids that you should tell to a total stranger on the internet. The second thing that a lot of people have been talking about is how she seemingly talk about having a Nigerian husband. Yo, I see no problem in that. I'm just being a little biased now. Yes. Maybe people are a little annoyed, not just because she's having her content focused on having a Nigerian husband, but like maybe because she's not really crafting out her videos to be more informative. So I can understand that most of her content now is centered around family having a good time, but she still posts content around parenting advice, which is something I honestly don't think she's in a position to keep speaking on, because she in the past has had a lot of controversies. Another thing that Nika Diwa does is speak about her mental illness. Nika talks about her mental health issues, having anxiety, how she manages depression as a mother. I think the first video I saw of Nika Diwa was the video where she spoke on like not wanting to have any more kids aside from her first daughter because she was really depressed and it took a lot from her. Or was it not wanting to breastfeed her kid? I'm not really sure which one. I think so. I think it was something along that line. But the thing about it is people are starting to think that it is very inauthentic. Some people think she's just trying to get the attention and grow her following. It's not every parental discussions with your kids involved that should be posted online. A lot of people are starting to think that she talks about this just way too much, and it's becoming like something she's like using her children for the views. Her way of saying it, her way of passing the message is starting to feel like she's just catfishing for the views, the attention, and the likes. It's not just about posting meaningful content anymore. It's just about posting any content that works. So a lot of people on Reddit are saying this might be the reason, but I really do think she needs to tone that down, because she talks about the mental illness way too much. It's starting to feel like she's having a lot of disregard for those who are actually struggled with this. How about talking about it in a more educational type way, rather than just like making short clips and it just looks like it's a joke, you know? Because there are real problems, people suffering from real mental health issues, schizophrenia, autism, and I see a lot of people throwing this tism word around very casually, and it just hurts me to see Nika Diwa also being one of those influencers that casually talks about mental health using her kids and her family, and it doesn't just make any sense to me. So that is one of the most important points I wanted to speak on. So that's about it for this video. If you did enjoy watching this, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to like this video, share this video to your friends and family, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.